continental trough, the river turns abruptly eastward to flow with surprising tranquility through the entire range of the Rocky Mountains. If you watch the left shore after shooting through the minor turbulence known as Finley Rapids, your eyes will likely as not catch the platinum gleam of Lost Cabin Creek. Here it was at the turn of the century, during those apical days on the world's gold fever chart, that 4 prospectors shared the cabin from which the stream has taken its name. Their grubstake dwindling, 3 watched with growing helplessness their 4th companion die, by which time the survivors themselves had become so feeble they lacked the vigor to open the frozen ground outside. They buried their companion in the only spot they could find earth still loose enough to dig. A 2nd prospector died, and had also to be there interred. Before the 4th succumbed, he had by himself managed to scoop out enough earth so that a 3rd emaciated body could be added to the grave beneath the cabin floor. Yet, as you will be able to testify from what you can see while boating past Lost Cabin Creek, and as I can substantiate from having camped there on several occasions, the vicinity abounds year-around with wild edibles. Sustenance in the silent places. Starvation is not a great deal more pleasant than most of us would expect. The body becomes auto-cannibalistic after a few foodless hours. The carbohydrates in the system are devoured first. The fats follow. This might not be too disagreeable, insomuch as diets seek to accomplish much the same result. But then proteins from muscles and tendons are consumed to maintain the dwindling strength their loss more gravely weakens. No reasonable nourishment should therefore be scorned if one needs food. The Pilgrims derived considerable nutriment during their first desperate Massachusetts winter from ground nuts, which are similar to small potatoes. Some northern explorers, including Richardson, Franklin, and members of their parties, live for weeks and sometimes months almost entirely on the lichen known as rock tripe. Wild turnips kept up John Coulter's strength when the mountain man made his notable escape from the Indians. Beaver meat was a main item on the menu while Samuel Black explored the Finley River. When regular rations on the Lewis and Clark expedition had to be reduced to 1 biscuit a day, it was the sweet yellow fruit of the pawpaw tree that kept the men going. There is no need to explain why, if any of us are ever stranded and hungry in the wilderness, we will want to start searching for food while our strength is still near its maximum. Food prejudices. Few will disagree, at least not when the moment of decision is at hand, that there is a point where luxuries as such become relatively unimportant. One of life's luxuries which we esteem most highly is the freedom to indulge our taste buds. Our taste prejudices, a better understanding of which may one day prove beneficial, are commonly based on 2 factors. First, there is a human tendency to look down upon certain foods as being beneath one's social station. Where grouse have been particularly thick in the Northeast, I've seen them scorned among backwoodsmen as a poor man's dish. The same season in the Northwest, where there happened to be a scarcity of grouse but numerous varying hares, the former were esteemed while I heard habitants apologizing for having rabbits in their pots. As it is everywhere in such matters, the lower the designated station of the creature, the more prejudiced against eating it the locals are. Second, it is natural to like the food to which we have become accustomed. We in the United States and Canada have our wheat. The Mexican has his corn, the Asian his rice. These grains we like also, but it would seem a hardship to have to eat them every day as we do wheat bread. Our fastidiousness, too, is perhaps repelled by the idea of a Polynesian's eating raw fish, although at the moment we may be twirling a raw oyster in grated horseradish. The Eskimo enjoys fish mellowed by age. Many of us regard as choice some particularly moldy, odoriferous cheeses. What about frogs?